nearlydanish.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Mock test 6. All right, so in 1953, the Constitution was changed for the last time. And the change that was written into the law was, into the Constitution was, it allowed women to inherit the throne. And also the parliamentary principle was written into the Constitution in 1953. Moving on to the next one. Brand new question. All right, round of applause. "24 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
28 places, Allah is the highest climber. Next one. So it is the government that makes a majority of the law proposals that go to be voted in parliament. All right, moving on to the next one. All right, so a lot of people made a mistake on that. Read the question slowly, make sure you understand the question, and then you go ahead and answer, okay? So read the question slowly. Remember to read the question slowly next time. Fredo, 123 is the highest climber, up 46 places.
Excellent.
That's a very, very high climb. Next one. Okay, so this is a brand new question, never been asked before, and it shows. So this is definitely a weak spot. Like I said before, the purpose of these sessions is to expose your weak spots, okay? So if you're here for the first time and you're not doing too well, don't get discouraged and leave, because sometimes people get discouraged and leave, say, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm leaving right now because I don't want to feel bad. But that is a mistake if you do that. Stay until the end, figure out what your weak spots are. When the scores are imported to the website, it will show up on your profile and you can fix those weak spots. It's better to make the mistake here than to make it in the test. All right, on to the next one. All right, 8 player just hits an answer streak of 3. This is an FAQ. So this is a question about arbeiderbevelsen. It was in the previous Kahoot that we did on Wednesday. It showed up again. It's an FAQ. It has a high probability of showing up in the next test. So for the 29 people that got this wrong,
Now you know what you don't know.
fix that knowledge gap later on, okay? All right, so Dangol has moved to number 2, and this was a combo breaker. At the moment, we have DI, Dangol, Ruddy, Nids, and Duke. And for the 4 players that dropped the answer streak of 4, sorry, guys. Next one. You know the answer to this. This is an FAQ. All right, round of applause. Only 4 people got this wrong. Fix it on your profile if you got it wrong. Someone in the top 5 actually failed that. I'm surprised. 7 players have reached an answer streak of 5.
Great job.
Next one. All right, almost perfect score. Only 6 people got this wrong. Well done to you guys. You guys are catching up on these questions. On to the next one. All right, so Anders Fogh Rasmussen became the General Secretary of NATO after he was Prime Minister in Denmark. He was a member of Venstre. 27 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix it next time. We have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Angela is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
Next one. Brand new question.
Uh-oh.
All right, so the nearness principle, yeah, so the commune is basically, okay, so in terms of the way democracy is run here, right? So you've got the state, you've got the region, and you've got the commune. So the commune takes a lot of responsibility for the things that concern the people living in the commune, and that's what this is about. Okay, so the commune takes, for instance, an example is, you know, schools, daycare centers, job centers, all that kind of stuff. The commune is responsible for that, and that's what this question is about. On to the next one. 11 players have reached an answer streak of 4.
Excellent.
And by the way, every single one of these questions is from the book, okay? There is no question that is not from the book. So you can always cross-check the answers to these things. If you're ever in doubt, check the book. Okay, someone is asking about what the book is. Okay, so there is an official learning material published by the Danish government. And where can you find it? So go to the website called nearlydanish.com. And it's this, the book. So you have INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN for citizenship, INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN for permanent residence. There is the learning material. All the quizzes are based on the learning material. Same for this, okay? And if you're here for the first time, you don't have a profile yet, but by the end of this session, you will have one. How do you find it? You come to the website nearlydanish.com, you click on players, okay? There will be a list. Then you Control F, search for your name. So for instance, let's say my name is Bogdan. I'll search for Bogdan, I find Bogdan, click on there, and boom. You have all the quizzes for all the chapters. If you want to challenge yourself for the next 2 weeks, click on the 14-day challenge and complete all the work for day 1 up until day 14, okay? And you would have covered all the information in the book, all the quizzes based on the information in the book. All right, I hope that made sense for you. Moving on to the next one. Okay. Next one. So female members, what does it say in the book? If you find something that's not correct, notify me and I'll rectify it, okay? But come with the book, reference information from the book. Okay, so yeah, this is a frequently asked question. Round of applause to you guys. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
On to the next one. Great. I'll fix that on the website. Okay? Thank you for showing me that. And if you find anything else, send it to me via Messenger. All right, someone is asking, is this for INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN or INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN? I'm guessing this is your first time. The way it works here, we start at 8 o'clock and the first practice session is for INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN. Afterwards, we do it for INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN. So hang in there and we'll get to it. You guys are doing well today. And oh, by the way, just wanted to share this with you guys. For the people that want to see the success rates that we've had so far, if you go to the website, click under files, right? Sorry, under media, and click on albums, and you see this thing called the Hall of Fame. If you click on that, you will see people that have passed the test, right? A whole bunch of people that have passed the test over the years. We've been training, well, I've been doing this since 2019. I've passed the test, I've become a citizen. I took the test in 2019 and I became a citizen last year. And you can find, well, this is someone that's one of the previous students. You can find my story on the website. I think it's here somewhere. Let me see. This is Yulia. She took the test in 2020. This is me. Okay. So it works. Okay. So just follow the process. I know you have a lot of questions and a lot of doubts, but trust me and trust your instincts. You're in the right place. Okay. On to the next one. Static top 5 still.
Static top 5.
Could you be able to cover all the questions in the mock test that came in the last exam? I don't understand your question. Satya is the highest climber, up 7 places.
Excellent.
Next one. All right, so majority of you got this wrong. This is a brand new question Hasn't been asked before in any previous test, so well done. There's movement in the top 5. Roddy has moved to number 4. Manny is back with an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
On to the next one. Yes, Adi Claudio, I added some more parts in the current affairs, and there will be more parts being added as the days go by. All right, how did we do here? 34 people got this wrong. Yes, this is about the change in gun law in 1953. And yes, also, yes, there was 3 changes. Parliamentary principle was written in, women were allowed to inherit the throne, and Lansting was removed, was abolished. There are people asking very basic questions here, so I can tell that there's a lot of you that are actually here for the first time. So I'll go over this just again. And for the people that have been here, before, please bear with me. How does this whole thing work? So the secret sauce to passing the test is this. Okay. Let me start from the beginning again. For the guys that know this, please, sorry. I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm trying to be fair to everyone here so that people are not lost. Okay, the secret sauce is this. I posted this in 2021, okay? And it hasn't changed. Get familiar with the questions. Make sure you go through all the quizzes more than once until you're consistently scoring 80% and above. Then rinse and repeat. Reading the book becomes easier as you go through the quizzes and vice versa. In the end, you'll be surprised that you know more about Denmark than your home country. This is a fact, okay? This happened to me, and it's happened to a whole bunch of other people, all right? Now, the system I have built, so the Nearly Danish website is based on this principle, okay? So each player, if you're here, you're going to get a profile. Now, that profile has all from chapter 1 to chapter 6. It's got frequently asked questions, Danish values, current affairs, mock tests, previous exams. So someone was just asking about, can we make one of the mock tests from the previous exams? We've already done that. Okay, you can find that here. And this is for Melbo Escapes Porn. For Melbo Escapes Porn, if you practice with all the previous tests, you will pass the next test. It's not very difficult. They add maybe 1 or 2 new questions every exam. Okay, so if you read the book and practice with all the previous tests, you're going to pass. You're probably going to get 100%. Now, for INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN Porn, it's a bit more tricky. Okay, you have to cover everything here. And for current affairs, you can see I've added some new. I've added part 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's going to be part 6 and keep on, and we'll keep going and going and going. So that's it. If you can do this work, right, the probability of you passing the test goes up by 90-something%. All right, I hope that made sense. Moving on. All right, for now, yeah, 1951. So this was after the Second World War, and Denmark signed a military agreement with the USA for their protection. And Denmark joined NATO 2 years prior. Most of you got this right. About 62 people got this wrong. Next one. 3 players lost their answer streak of 5. A whole bunch of people asking a whole bunch of questions here. I can't answer all your questions. You shouldn't be asking me these questions while a Kahoot is going on. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to answer your questions. If you want to ask me any questions, send them to me via Messenger, and I'll answer them there. And this is to respect the people that have been coming. Most of you that are asking these questions are new. I don't want to waste time because we don't have that much time. All right. All right. No, there's no limit to the number of times you can be voted into parliament. This is also an FAQ. On to the next one. Next one. All right, so in Lehman was the Danish scientist that demonstrated that the Earth had a molten core. On to the next one. All right, at the moment we have BI, Dangle, Civi, Duke, and Ruddy. This is a brand new question, never been asked before. Like I said, the purpose of these mock tests is to stretch you a bit, okay? And if you've not practiced with all the quizzes, then you're probably not going to do well. But even if you have practiced, you might still make some mistakes. So this will expose those mistakes. I can see that 71 people got this wrong, so almost half of you got this wrong. But now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
It will show up on your profile. Fix it. All right, so Dangle is now at number 1. Lucas is back in the game 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. All right, so the 30-year war. Christian IV took part in it, and that was a mistake on his part because it actually sunk Denmark into a lot of debt. Let me see how many people got this wrong. Majority of you got this right. Round of applause. Next one. All right, we have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Anna is back in the game.
Excellent.
Next one. We're almost halfway through now. All right, this is a brand new question. After you answer, we'll talk about this. Okay, so this is mock test 6, and this is the same mock test that we used for training the batch from November 2023. This was one of the brand new questions that I created, and this question actually coincidentally showed up in the real test. So when I'm putting in these brand new questions into these mock tests, these are questions that might show up on the next test. And the reason I put, like I said, the reason I put these things in here is to stretch you, okay? For you to try and start trying to anticipate what the next test is going to be like. Here, coincidentally, most of you actually got this right, but 43 of you got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix your knowledge gaps. That's the point. Come here, make the mistake. The mistake will show up on your profile. You fix that and you move on until you do all the work, cover all the gaps, and hopefully go in there and ace the test. Moving on to the next one. All right, we have a static top 5. Kinson is back with an answer streak of 3.
Great job.
Next one. Okay. How many years, how long was Christian the fourth king? About 60 years. Let's see, how many people got this wrong? 40 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Static top 5 still.
Static top 5.
Also, brand new question. All right, from the beginning of the 60s, Denmark began to export more products from industry than from agriculture. So Denmark became industrialized at that time. 79 people got this wrong, so just half of you got this right.
Now you know what you don't know.
All right, so Duke fell out of the top 5. Dangol is holding his spot. Paul is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Oh, God. Ran, are you not listening to what I'm saying? I just said that. I just answered that exact question that you're asking. Okay. Yes, we've seen this before. This has shown up in a test before. And 32 of you got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Fix that. It's going to appear on your profile. We still have a static top 5. 14 people have reached an answer streak. No, 3 people have reached an answer streak of 14.
Excellent.
Next one. Responsibilities of this. Okay, I thought I was going to give away the answer, but yeah. Guys, please listen to what I'm saying, okay? So I don't have to keep repeating myself. Randy just asked me a question that I explained like 5 minutes ago. Anyways, if you want to know the answer, watch the video. We record these sessions and we upload them to the YouTube channel, okay? You can find the YouTube channel. Go to nearlydanish.com. Under YouTube videos, click on this and you find all the previous sessions. All right, next one. Okay, about 15,000 people died from the Spanish flu in Denmark. When was that? That was around World War I. 36 people got this wrong, not too bad. Static top 5. Yeah, 1918. SS is back with an answer streak of 3.
Great job.
We are more than halfway through now. Fabricio, don't worry about that, man. Your flight is at 10. We'll finish before that. By the way, if there's some of you here that failed the test previously and you feel like you need one-on-one help, contact me, okay? And then we can have a conversation. On to the next one. MRF is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
We've seen this before. Yeah. So if you need personalized help, contact me on Messenger, then we can have a conversation. All right, it's Molohoy. It's 170 meters above sea level. Sometimes they ask about the number of meters. Sometimes they ask about the actual point, and sometimes they ask about the location of the actual point. So bear that in mind. All right, so this top 5 is not budging.
Static top 5.
SRA is back with an answer streak of 3.
Great job.
Next one. All right, most of you got this right. Round of applause. Okay, so Boo Bear is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
Next one. Yeah, this is one of the most frequently asked questions. All right, so it shows only 11 people got this wrong. Round of applause to the people that got this right. When I say frequently asked questions, I mean a question that you must know the answer to. There's about 200 of them. You must know the answers to those questions because you're going to see at least 20 of them in the next test. Okay, so get those questions down by heart so you can focus on the other questions when you get in there, the new questions. All right, 11 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Fix that knowledge gap. Dangol is holding number 1, Ruddy number 2, Civi 3, Innes 4, DI 5. Burchik is back with an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
We are at question number 30 right now. All right, this is also an FAQ. Almost says 62 people. 8 people got this wrong. Fix that. It will show up on your profile. Civi and Ruddy seem to be in competition. 21 players have reached an answer streak of 6. All right, And the answer is no, there isn't a definite number of ministers that need to be appointed. All right, 25 people got this wrong. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Top players reach an answer streak of 6.
Great job.
Next one. Also frequently asked question. All right, so after 1920, after World War I, Sunderland was reunited with Denmark. 20 people got this wrong. This is a frequently asked question, so please get it right the next time. Static top 5. Round of applause to you guys. So we have Dangal, Civi, Ruddy, Innes, and DI. So these people have been practicing a lot. I recognize all their names except Ruddy. Well done to Ruddy.
Great job.
But everyone else, I see their names quite frequently in the newsfeed. Sule is the highest climber, up 9 places.
Excellent.
Next one. Yeah, send me a message on Facebook Messenger. So go to the group. You will see my profile, click on it, and send me a message. Okay? Damn. This is definitely a combo breaker. Sorry, guys. So, Amabakker, that's Copenhagen, was inaugurated in 2019. Only 59 people got this right. Round of applause to you guys. Let's see. How did this affect the top 5? Oh, it didn't.
Static top 5.
These guys are elite players. Next one. Yeah, we talked about this a whole bunch of times. I expect majority of you to get this right. Let's see how it goes. All right, 139 people, 21 people got this wrong. This is an FAQ, you must know the answer to this. 1924, first female minister, her name was Nina Bang. She was Undervisningsminister and she was appointed by Thorvald Stanning. She was a social democrat. All right, we're moving to the last question from the learning material. And then we'll move into current affairs and Danish values. Also FAQ, but asked in a different way. And when I say FAQ, I mean it has appeared in previous tests, at least twice. Okay, actually, oh shit. Okay, sorry for misleading you guys. This was not a frequently asked question. I could see a whole bunch of people answered 24 hours. That was my mistake. However, this goes to illustrate that you should please read the question. Make sure you understand what the question is asking about and then go ahead and answer. A judge can decide to hold someone for more than 24 hours while the police performs further investigations, but the maximum hours is 72 hours. All right. For the people that got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Like I said before, when you get into that test, do not be in a hurry. You have 1 minute per question. Read the question very slowly. Read it again. Read the answers slowly. Read them again. Make up your mind, give an answer, and make it your final answer. Do not finish, panic, and then go back and change your answer. There have been cases where people did that and they failed the test by 1 point and they changed a right answer to a wrong answer. So please, okay, read the question slowly, read the answer slowly, go ahead and give your answer. All right, slowly. All right, let's have a look at that podium. Okay, so everyone in the top 5 is still in the top 5, and Ruddy has moved to number 2. Dangle is holding that spot. 3 players just hit an answer streak of 3. We're done with the learning material. Now we're moving into current affairs. And these are actual current affairs from December till now. Jakob Engel-Schmidt is the culture minister. Round of applause to the people who got this right. The theme here is the government. There is a whole quiz that focuses on that. It's on the website under current affairs. It's on your profile under current affairs, okay? So for the people that got this wrong, make sure you practice that quiz, fix that knowledge gap. DI is out and NIDS is in. SK is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
On to the next one. All right, so sometime last year, there was a gang war where someone was murdered in Christiania. And that was because of the drug trade that happens at Pusher Street, or that used to happen. Now, the people of Christiania have decided that they want to basically abolish that street. And in April this year, which was this month basically, they decided to dig up the whole street. And it's been done. This is the theme of this question is some kind of scandal that's happened, right? So the scandal that happened was someone got killed there, and this is the result of it. Do I think this is going to show up? No, not really, but if it shows up, at least now we know, right? Moving on to the next one. We have static top 5. Alex C is the highest climber, up 8 places. Guess it's a dude.
Oh my! He's on fire!
So he's not on fire, he just climbed up, but anyways. All right, so Mona Yule is the new leader of the Conservative People's Party. She took over from Søren Pape Poulsen, who died earlier this year. I think, so the theme of this is political parties and their leaders. Søren Pape Poulsen, that question is probably, I have an 80% feeling that it's going to show up in the test. The theme of that question would be famous dead people. All right, moving on to the next one. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
16 players on fire. This is a bit of a tricky one. Uh-oh. Let's see how many of you have been paying attention to the news. All right, so this is a weak spot. The government has proposed that from 2026, women will be subject to mandatory military service. At the moment, military service is only mandatory for men, and women can volunteer. However, in Denmark, you know, we have gender equality, and that is one of the only places in Denmark that gender equality doesn't really stand. There is still a debate. It hasn't been passed into law yet, but this is the proposal. The theme of this is state affairs. I hope that made sense. We're moving on. Let's have a look at that top 5. Okay, everyone in the top 5 got points for this. Round of applause, man. Roddy has an answer streak of 39 correct answers in a row. This was not an easy test, so this is super impressive.
Wow!
Perfect score.
Perfect score.
Oh my! He's on fire!
All right, we're moving to the last current affairs question. All right, round of applause to you guys, man. So, a member of parliament that was in Venstre left Venstre and joined Denmark's Demokraterne, and as soon as he did that, the government lost its majority, and well, this is still playing out. But this is what's happened. The theme of this is state affairs. All right, that was the end of current affairs. Now we're moving into Danish values. Now for Danish values, anyways, let's have a look at the top 5 first. Dangal has held his spot. Ruddy right behind him, Civi, Ines, and Nids. Daf is back with an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
We have 5 questions to go. The next 5 questions will be Danish values. The point is to pay attention to the theme of the question, okay? Try and decode that. Let's see how you guys do. What is the theme of this question? If you know, write in the chat. All right, majority of you got this right. It's liberalism, not leasteling. So the LGBTQ community in Denmark has the same rights as heterosexuals. And that's because Denmark is a liberal country. And homosexuals had the right to adopt children since 2010 and had the right to get married in 2012. Round of applause to you guys. All right, static top 5 still.
Static top
We've
5.
got 4 questions to go. How are you guys enjoying this mock test so far? Okay, Snail thinks it's easy. That's good. Okay, Snail, actually, there's one person that said he thinks it's easy. You know, that really makes me feel good because that means that you've been practicing a lot. All right, this here, the theme here is gender equality, but in the context of theaters. Majority of you got this right, so you already knew this. Round of applause. Okay, we got 3 more questions. Man, these guys in the top 5, man, you know what? You haven't budged for like 5 questions or something. You deserve an explosion. Wait, Manos, are you back? What's going on? Okay, 10 players reach an answer streak of 4.
Excellent.
We got 3 questions to go. Manos, how come you're back? Was it the Danish values questions that messed you up? Or are you just here for fun? All right, so yeah, okay, the values messed up a whole bunch of people, man. So this is the thing, right? So these last 5 questions as well, a lot of people screwed up in the previous test. And that's because they didn't understand how to approach it. Okay, what I'm trying to show you is how to approach it. Try to understand the context of the question. What is the question about? So this question is about crimes against the state. And someone here pointed out that if the question starts with, can you be thrown in jail? The answer is usually yes. However, that could be a trick also. So read the whole question, try to understand the context of the question, and then let it guide you to the right answer. All right, moving on. All right, we've got the same people in the top 5 not budging.
Static top 5.
Danny is back with an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
We've got 2 questions to go. Look, guys, please don't start looking for like formulas and stuff like that. Okay? Read the question, understand the context of the question, and then go ahead and answer. So this one is child protection. So in Denmark, children have rights, and you cannot force a child to get married. An underage. So in Denmark, basically, you have to be at least 18 years old to get married. Anyone under that age, it's illegal. All right. So that's what this question is about. We're moving on to the last one. Oh, shucks. Oh. Dangle was leading the pack until the last question, man. Oh, sorry, man. Bro, you had a great run. Round of applause, man. You had a great run, man. I was happy to see you at number 1. I was really rooting for you, but anyways. Lin39 is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Great job.
DI fell out of the top 5 ages ago, man. Okay, we're moving to the last question. What do you think the theme of this is? You can only have 1 wrong Danish values question. If you fail more than 1, you fail the whole test. All right, so the theme of this is contrast with, what was that thing again I said? Contrast with religious traditions, okay? So in Denmark, there's a separation between church and the state. And as opposed to some, countries like in, I think in Israel, there is no constitution. It's based on the Torah. And in most Muslim countries, actually, it's the same thing. The constitution is the what do they call it? The Quran. All right. That was the last question. Can provocation lead to jail? Provocation of what? What are you talking about? Anyways, this is the last question. Let's have a look at that top 5. Sorry, the podium. Enes at number 3, Civi at number 2, and Roddy at number 1. Came through at the last minute, man. Okay, Nids and Dangol 4 and 5.
NearlyDanish.com.